This program was developed by Austin Pets Alive's successful Barn Cat program, located in Austin, Texas. For more information directly regarding their program, please view the video, A Model Program, Austin Pets Alive, Barn Cat Program. Now that you know essentially what a community cat is and how they live, let's move on to the next section, where we will be discussing the different types of community cat placement options. They all aim at helping with population control and have the best interests of the community cats in mind. There are currently 3 primary options for community cat placement. The 3 options are Trap Neuter Return Programs, commonly called TNR, Traditional Adoption Routes, and Relocation Programs. Let's take a deeper look into what each of these entails and what types of cats work best for each option. The most popular and effective method of placement for community cats is Trap Neuter Return or TNR programs. These types of programs should always be the first option considered when evaluating the placement of community cats. The basic idea by which TNR programs work is that the community cats will ultimately be returned to the field, meaning they will be returned to the neighborhood, environment, or community from which they originally came from. TNR programs operate exactly as their name suggests. First, the community cats are trapped using humane trapping methods. They are then brought to an animal shelter or veterinary clinic. Once they have arrived, they will be as quickly as possible spayed or neutered. While the cats are in the custody of the veterinary professionals, they will also be examined, vaccinated, typically for rabies and FVRCP, and ear-tipped. Ear-tipping is an effective and universally accepted method to identify a spayed or neutered and vaccinated community cat from a distance, preventing the cat from undergoing the TNR process another time. It involves the surgical removal of the distal 3/8 to a ½ inch of a cat's left ear. This procedure is performed under sterile conditions while the cat is already anesthetized for the spay or neuter surgery. There is little or no bleeding, and it is relatively painless to the cat, and the ear tip does not significantly alter the appearance or beauty of the cat. After the veterinary procedures are completed, the cats are returned to their original setting, typically within 24 hours or less. TNR is a very effective method of dealing with community cats. By spaying or neutering the cats, TNR helps to control overpopulation. Returning the cats to their original environment is by far the least stressful method of placement for community cats, as they are already familiar with the area. Most community cats are eligible for TNR programs, if not all of them. That being said, there are certain characteristics that fall under TNR programs. Many cats that go through a TNR program are under-socialized or feral cats, meaning they are not comfortable with human contact. The cats considered for TNR programs should have a safe environment to return to and also must be allowed to return to that environment. Some shelters do not allow for community cats to be returned to the location they were found. Lastly, the cat should be healthy enough to live in a colony of other cats and/or an outdoor setting. The second option to be considered for community cats is not suitable for many of them. This option goes the route of traditional adoption, living in a house with people who care for the cat, much like a family. This is where a community cat has been brought into a shelter or other animal rescue organization and, usually due to friendly behavior, has been deemed suitable to be adopted out to a family or person. Once they are adopted into a household, they cease to be community cats, as they are now part of a human family and considered owned. Community cats who are considered for a traditional adoption program usually have certain traits. They are often socialized cats that are fairly comfortable with human contact. This usually means that they are pleasant and friendly around people and are able to relax with living in a home environment. This could also mean that they are litter box trained or able to be trained, are not terrified with the home environment, and are interactive with humans. Another category of community cats that should be considered for traditional adoption are kittens. Kittens under 4 months of age have a higher probability of being socialized to human contact, whether or not the kitten was socialized to begin with. However, the older the kitten, the more time and skill it will take to socialize them. It is for this reason that kittens can often be placed into foster homes and ultimately adopter homes. The third option for community cat placement, and the option this course is focusing on, are relocation programs. Relocation programs are ones that relocate or move cats that have been brought into a new environment or area. This option should always be considered last when deciding what method to use for placement, as it is often stressful on the cats. Relocation programs are often referred to as barn cat programs. The barn cat program title can be misleading in that community cats can be placed into many different varieties of environments other than barns. Environments that can be options for relocating a community cat include barns, stables, warehouses, stores, wineries, churches, greenhouses, and many, many more. Cats who are eligible for relocation are community cats that are not suited for either a TNR program or a traditional adoption program. This could be because they are unwelcoming of human contact and would not do well in a family home, or they are unable to return to the original community because it is unsafe, or many, many other reasons. Community cats should not be considered for a relocation program if it is felt they are not healthy enough to survive in the proposed environment. For more information on how to determine a cat's suitability for relocation, please see the section labeled Determining a Cat's Eligibility for a Relocation Program.